let's talk about artificial intelligence. It feels like it's absolutely everywhere, promising to change our world. But the big question is, how? Because when we really dig into it, we're not just talking about one single future. We're talking about two profoundly different paths for humanity.
And this, right here, this is the core of it all. Is this incredible technology going to be the thing that pushes us to new heights, making us smarter, faster, more powerful? Or is it going to become the ultimate comfort blanket, something so easy to use that it slowly but surely makes us weaker?
So which one is it? Well, as you've probably guessed, it's not a simple yes or no. That's because AI has this dual identity. The best way to think about it is like a coin. On one side, you've got this incredible, world-changing potential. But on the other, there's a pretty serious risk. And which side that coin lands on, that's going to come down to us.
Let me break it down. On the one hand, AI can be the ultimate tool, right? A lever that just amplifies our own intelligence, our creativity, everything. But on the other hand, it could easily become the ultimate crutch, something we lean on so much that our own mental muscles just start to weaken.
Okay, so let's walk down that first path for a minute, the more cautionary one. This is the path to atrophy. We're talking about a slow, kind of subtle decline in our own abilities. And it's not because of some sci-fi robot takeover, not at all. It's because we just become a little too comfortable, a little too passive.
The main idea behind this risk has a name. It's called cognitive offloading. And listen, we all do this already. Every time you pull out your phone's calculator instead of doing the math in your head, or when you just blindly follow a GPS without actually learning the route, that's it. That's cognitive offloading. You're basically outsourcing your brain power. And with AI getting so powerful, the amount of stuff we could offload is about to explode. We're not just talking about remembering phone numbers anymore. Think about the really fundamental skills that could be at risk. Like, why bother critically analyzing an article when an AI can give you a perfect summary? Or why struggle to write that important email when an AI can just whip it up for you? And you know what they say, if you don't use it, you lose it.
This quote right here just hits the nail on the head. The real danger isn't just getting a little rusty at a few tasks. It's that the way we think could actually change. If we get used to tools that just spit out instant answers, we might lose our patience for wrestling with those messy, complex problems, which, by the way, is exactly where all the big breakthroughs come from.
So here we are, standing at a fork in the road. One path leads to dependence, where AI is our crutch, and frankly, we get weaker. But that other path? That's about using AI as a lever to make ourselves stronger than ever before.
And this is that other side of the coin, the path to augmentation. This is the really exciting vision, the one where AI doesn't replace us but makes us more. A future where we're more creative, more capable, more powerful, not in spite of AI, but because of it.
Now, the key to unlocking this future is all about how we see our relationship with AI. It's not about us being the master or the machine being the master. It's about a partnership. Think about it. We combine the best of what humans bring to the table, our curiosity, our intuition, our values, with what AI does best, chewing through massive amounts of data and spotting patterns we'd never see.
And here's what that partnership actually looks like. It's a cycle, a feedback loop. So a human, a scientist, an artist, whatever, has an idea. They feed it to the AI, which then generates thousands of possibilities in seconds. The human then uses their expertise to sort through them, pick the best ones, and refine the original idea. And out of that process comes something totally new, something better than either the human or the AI could have ever made on its own. That's not offloading our thinking, that's supercharging.
The potential here is just staggering. Look, a person working alone can do amazing things. That's our baseline. An AI by itself can process data, sure, but it has no purpose, no drive. But when you put them together, the result isn't just additive. It's not 1 + 1 = 2. It's exponential. It's 1 + 1 = 100.
So now that we've seen both sides, the path of atrophy and the path of augmentation, it becomes really, really clear. The outcome here isn't written in the code. The technology itself doesn't get to decide our fate. We do. The choice is fundamentally, and maybe a little frighteningly, ours to make.
At the end of the day, that's all AI is. It's a tool.
Yeah, it's an incredibly powerful and complicated tool, but it's still just a tool. A hammer can be used to build a house, or it can be used to tear one down. The hammer doesn't care either way. The intention comes from the user, and it is exactly the same with AI.
So this whole crossroads we're at, it really just boils down to this: the difference between the risk of atrophy and the reward of augmentation. It all comes down to one thing. Are we going to be passive users or active users? If we just sit back and consume what it gives us, we risk dependence. But if we actively engage with it, if we drive it, if we use it as a collaborator, that's where we find the real power. You know, maybe the best way to think about AI is that it's going to be a mirror. It's going to take our own habits, our curiosity, our laziness, our ambition, and it's just going to amplify it and reflect it right back at us. So the real question isn't about the technology anymore, it's about us. What are we going to choose to reflect?